Hey guys, welcome back to the OTG YouTube channel. A little bit of a different thing today. We're going to talk about some optics that I've been using, and I have to caveat that because everyone's like, you're a shill or whatever. Didn't get any money to talk about this. I'm talking about this because it's something I'm using and I'm getting asked about it, and not in like the influencer, like people have been asking me, like people have actually been asking me about this stuff, and I want to be able to give an informed look at it, and also not just have you take me at my word. I want you to be able to see what it's doing. So a few months back, a class in Pennsylvania, somebody was asking me about this optic and how indestructible its reputation has been. It's going to not break no matter what you do to it. And I told him, well, I've dropped it from chest height on my rifle when I first got it from him for T&E, and it didn't break. And he was like, bullshit, there's no way. So I just did it in front of him. Obviously the gun was safe and everything, and picked it right back up. And I'm like, oh, check it out, it's fine. So is durability the number one thing you need in a red dot? And that's kind of become the question because that is what people market a lot on. I use an SRO on another gun. This is a optic from this company that I'm about to tell you all about, and I use an SRO on another gun. SROs from Trijicon are infamously not duty rated or whatever, and it's never given me any problems. So I'm not trying to tell you you need this system or you need to buy this company's things because they're indestructible. That's just one factor. You need to buy something because it's really good and it works for you and it's within your budget. And if all those things are true and it happens to be indestructible with a high battery life, that's minty. So without further ado, today we're talking about lead and steel optics, specifically the Promethean LP1, which is their rifle optic, although I have some people use it on shotguns and all kind of other stuff. So it's made of the same aluminum that your AR is made of. I'm not a nerd, so I don't remember the numbers. 7075, something like that. Super hard. When it goes bonk, it doesn't break. That's about as far as I got into the technical side of it. It's a red dot. It's not a holographic. So it's, this is like the umpteenth thing that people have said is like, it's the EOTech killer. And it's the only one I've actually felt like did better than my EOTech. But it's not holographic. So parallax, if you don't understand holographics versus red dots, there's differences in the parallax and where the dot appears when you move your head, if it moves with you and all that. Again, I'm not that nerd. Just go look into it. If you decide that having a holographic capability is better than what red dots offer and you're not worried about durability, EOTech is fantastic. I travel a lot. I'm really tough on gear. I've always been the guy that breaks the flashlight, breaks the optic, whatever it was, just either because of luck or because I'm a cretin. But one way or the other, I haven't been able to break this thing. Will, one of our other instructors, was given these to test earlier than I was, beat the absolute crap out of them to the point of just striking this thing, trying to break it, and all he did was destroy the outer hood. So let's look at the design of it a little bit, and this gun is rendered safe. Bolt lock to the rear, nothing in it. It is about the same profile and size as an EOTech. The newer, smaller models, it sits at the same height, so with this riser, it's a 2.33, just like the EOTech is. It has a side-mounting CR123A battery port, which is great because, recoil pattern is not gonna, or the recoil impulse is not gonna jar the battery. It has around 30,000 hours of battery life. I personally have had this on my gun since, I think, April of 23 and haven't had to change the battery. So that's cool. Really easy adjustment, easy to mark, easy to, hear the positive clicks and all that. Nice and smooth. One of the things that I never really cared for but has actually been cool about this one is that it has 3 reticles. You can have the death donut with the dot, you can have just the death donut with no dot, or you can have the dot. So that's really neat to see in a rifle optic like this. So what are the cons of it? It's a little heavy, but if you just go gym, that won't matter to you. But for the twinks on Reddit, this thing's a little too heavy for most of those guys. It's the same size and profile as a EOTech, same window, with a bajillion times the battery life. It's usable under night vision, so I'll put it on a homogenized brightness that I can use in the daylight with no illumination. It doesn't wash out when I use my white light on a reflective surface like a white door in a house. And then if I flip my tubes down, I can do passive aiming through it and it's not burning my tubes. So it's designed very well for professional end users. I want to say it's like $400 and has a manufacturer's lifetime warranty for the original purchaser. If I'm wrong about that, we'll correct it in the caption. So let's talk about where it's made. The housing is machined in Hong Kong, but they are working on replacing all of that manufacturing process with US only. So that's the only thing about it that's Chinese, is that the housing is milled there. Then it's brought back to the US and it's filled with all kind of Japanese goodies. I know a lot of the people on Reddit love Japanese stuff, so maybe that'll tickle your fancy. You know, kawaii or whatever the kids say. But it's got Japanese glass and emitters in it. I found it to be clearer under nods than any other red dot or holographic that I have used, and that does include EOTech. There's no fuzz, it's crispy. I'm a huge fan of it. So if you don't want anything China, close the laptop that you're using to watch this because it was made there. But on the flip side, I would much rather it be all American, and they are working on making an all American process. So these are put together. Each unit is individually purged and tested in Ohio, which is creepy. No one likes Ohio. I didn't think it was a real place until I bought optics that came from there. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of the design. I haven't really found anything I hate about it. I will say it looks like a wagon from Oregon Trail, like if we had some little oxen right here, like you died of dysentery. It's ugly as galvanized sin. Other than that, it's cool. So let's talk about the pistol optic. So this is the Pandora's Box 3, or the PB3. It's empty, the gun's empty. The mailbox of death. I have it mounted on an aftermarket plate, not made by Lead and Steel or Staccato. This plate, the only plate that doesn't work with this optic, if you're mounting it, is the Dawson plates. Dawson did not include a full-length rail, so it sits on the Acro footprint, and if you buy an Acro mounting plate from Dawson, this will not fit. Any other company so far works. And Lead and Steel is now aware of that. We made sure that they knew that because I originally bought the Dawson and was big sad when it didn't fit. So it mounts just like a rifle optic would. It just bolts on, which is true of the Acro as well. It's got a very nice sized window. I don't know if we'll be able to get much on the camera, but it's a big boy. It's got engineering features in it to make it pretty indestructible. It's got a little hood that comes out and over that's bolted on. It's got the sacrificial lens, and I forgot to mention that the LP1 has that sacrificial layer. Easy adjustment. It took me 10 minutes to sight it in. Nice big buttons to adjust the brightness. Also a really, really high battery life. Battery side mounting, typical 2032 watch battery. So it's a red dot. It's a closed emitter. It's super beefy and hard to break. Again, our guy Will tested it, was very happy with it. It's a 3 MOA dot, I think. I forgot to talk about what that is on the rifle, and frankly, I don't know. I want to say it's 1 and then like 65 for the ring. Whatever, Google it. Not really that important to me. But some people nerd out about that stuff. So, same thing. It's machined elsewhere. Parts are brought in. It's all put together, purged, tested, and then there's the warranty that goes with it. So, all in all, super, super simple. There's not really a whole lot to review on a dot other than like, does it hold zero? Does it break? Does it true to its manufacturer specs? So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 3 rounds. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to go sit on a bench and put it in a vise and all that crap. I'm just going to get it, 5 or 10 yards, shoot 3 rounds with it, shoot 3 rounds with this. And then we're going to drop them both unloaded in the gravel on the optic. And then we'll show the damage or not to the viewing windows and also the housing. And then we'll load them back up, shoot them again. And that's pretty much it. So stay tuned. Good to go. All right, that brightness is good. Okay. I'm gonna get it about the 10-yard line. The right I'm gonna shoot with the rifle, and the left I'm gonna shoot with the pistol. Okay, so I'm not using mechanical offset for this. We're just looking at the group size, okay? That was not done for like super accuracy or anything like that. We just want to see if there's a major shift. I need to do like Lucas and check my mag 18 times in a row. All right, let's go look at them. All right, so nice 2-inch groups on both. Again, I aimed for here so that the group would be consistent. I'm not going to aim for something floating right now while we're just trying to check group size. And what I'll do when we come back after dropping these baddies is I'll shoot the exact same way on the same targets, and we'll see what happens. So first up is the Promethean LP1, which is mounted on my LWRC 10.5, straight on the optic. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, let's look at it. You can see impacts are cosmetic. No movement of the hood. Optic is still crispy and clear. No shattering, no issues. All right, no shattering. Of course, the gun's been made safe. That should be obvious. So yeah, just cosmetic damage being dropped from shoulder height. Pretty wild. You want to do that with your EOTech?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so now we're going to break my heart. We're going to drop my Staccato XC. I'll do that for y'all since you guys are like, oh my God, you dropped a gun. So I want to drop it so it actually lands straight on the optic. The PB3 on a Staccato XC, obviously unloaded from shoulder height. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Ugh. So we got cosmetic damage. Looks like it got a little flake of aluminum right there. Be gone, flake. Nothing on the front. Nothing on the back. Pretty solid. So I mean, 2-pound gun on this little optic. No, it doesn't look like any movement, just looking down it. So exactly what I was expecting from these tanks that Lead Steel produces. Let's go shoot them. Same spot, same ammo, same target. I know I'm not sitting on a bench, but it's as good as it's going to get for this video. All right, so without further ado, I'm just going to do the same thing I did before now that we've used and abused these guys. 3 rounds to the right side target. This time I aimed top half of the circle, just by a little bit. It's empty. I'm not going to throw it again because I don't have to. I don't like throwing guns. 2, 3, okay. And just to be cheeky, got to do the optic rack, right? Nice. Look at that. So pretty I could lick it. All right. So I caught myself trying to do the mechanical offset on the first one and then was like, shit, and I lowered it down to about here. So again, same group size. And all 3 of these were still in the 2-inch ring. So you could get into a fight, roll down a fucking mountain or whatever else, whatever dumb stuff you think you need optic durability for, and these things will do it. However, caveat, it's a 1 of 1. I bet you if we took 50 of these and we replicated this exact test every time, there would be a percentage that would break, okay? So statistics are, there's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. That's what they say. So we can't really base anything we're doing off of just one optic. That one was sent to me, the rifle optic was sent to me to test. I have bought other ones since, and then this one was a purchase, a pre-order, and was not sent to me like hand-picked. So all that to say, there's the whole argument of like, did they cherry pick it for you? Did you just purchase it? Whatever. I don't receive any money from Lead and Steel. They've never offered me any money. They've never offered me any ammo. They just seem like good folks, and I really like the products. I like their sort of approach to things. Speaking with the owner on a live stream on our channel a while back on Instagram, he said that with all the combined experience of all their people at other optics companies and just in design, people way overcharge for stuff, especially if they have military contracts. So big companies like Trijicon and Aimpoint, Neotech put a high price on stuff, and that's because that's what they're charging other folks, when you can get an Aimpoint T2 for like 140 bucks if you bought it at cost from the factory where it's actually made. But here they're, you know, $700-800 brand new off the shelf. So this company's mission, as it were, is to make something with all the features of a modern gun, of a modern optic for a modern gun, but not to charge you out the ass for it, and also to give you a good warranty. So the customer service is great. The stuff that I've experienced with the optics themselves is great, both battery life, performance, and durability. So I recommend it based on my experience so far. But you need to go do your own research. You need to try things out. If you got a buddy that has one, obviously try it out, shoot it or whatever. But hopefully this video just illuminated a little bit for you, pros and cons to their systems. And even if you don't buy one, because obviously it doesn't matter to me if you do or not, I don't get anything out of it. Now you know a little bit more about one feature that there is on the market. And that's what's beautiful about the free market. You can buy whatever the fuck you want. Don't let somebody tell you have to buy one thing or another. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share. We're a small business. We don't continue to grow if people don't know, as Jason would say. So please consider telling your people. If you got something out of this, we got so much more on the channel. We're not paid or sponsored for any of this. We just like putting out good content for people, and it's another way to market. So if you want to take an actual class with us, we have shooting courses, you know, rifle, pistol, performance-based stuff, long-range-based stuff, concealed carry-based stuff. We don't do concealed carry permitting, but we'll teach you how to perform from a concealed position. We do CQB, we do small unit maneuvering, you know, we do the indoors, we do the outdoors, we do sustainment stuff, a little bit of everything. And if you're an American citizen, we want to turn you into a modern, prepared American rifleman. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the class.